This story is crazy. Did you hear about the St. Louis firefighter who got caught on surveillance footage for defecating in a box near the food concessions at St. Louis Lambert Airport on June 10th at 8 a.m. in the morning? And for those who don't know what the word defecating means, then it means he took a shit in a box. Really, he took a dump in a box. I'm not kidding you. I can't make this shit up. Excuse the pun and the play on words. I guess when you gotta go, then you gotta go, no matter when or where. I keep telling you that we live in a crazy, deranged, demonic world today, and the unseen will become seen, and the unbelievable will become believable. The devil is real. This story reminds me of the SNL parody skit, D in a Box, a play on words from the singer R. Kelly and his sexual symbolism with words in his music. This skit was done on Saturday Night Live by Justin Timberlake and Andy Samberg. They played the singers in this video probably about 15 or 20 years ago. You got to see it. It's funny as all get out. But I keep telling you that mental illness is a real thing. We got two types of mental illness prevailing today. One is the untreated, undiagnosed mentally ill person, a person who may not fully know that they are mentally ill and unstable. And the second type of mental illness is the one who knows that something is wrong and they refuse to get treatment or do something about their mental illness. Something ain't right with this guy, this firefighter that got caught defecating in a box while he's at work on an early morning day with surveillance cameras all throughout the airport. If you think there's surveillance cameras all throughout our cities, there are tons of surveillance cameras around our airport, which has city, state, and federal funding, and people coming in and out, international flights, all of that. I don't know what he could be thinking. You're being watched 24/7 at an airport, let alone in our cities. I guess this guy was at his wits end with his job as a firefighter at the airport. Maybe he felt like he had a shitty job, so he decided to take a shit on the job, literally. He had been with the fire department since 1995, so that's like 31 years of work. He probably should have retired 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month earlier than this terrible and disgusting incident that happened. Well, your comedians like Lady Riri, the funny lady from St. Louis, or Cedric the Entertainer, or Dave Chappelle should make a few stand-up jokes about this crazy situation that happened here at our St. Louis airport. And so, for those who did not see or hear about the story, here it goes. The St. Louis firefighter is accused of defecating in a box at Lambert Airport near the food concessions. St. Louis City firefighter was placed on administrative leave after surveillance footage showed him defecating in a box inside Lambert Airport. The St. Louis City Fire Department confirmed the firefighter's identity, but has not publicly named him, as he has not been criminally charged. He is also no longer working at Lambert Airport. Public records show he has been with the fire department since December of 1995. The incident happened on June 10th at around 8 a.m. A photo from security footage shows a man with his pants down holding a box behind him. And I know a few firefighters and police officers that work out at the airport. They went from working in the city to working out at the airport, and it's supposed to be a cush job. It's real chill, hardly any emergencies. People are bartering and trying to move up the chain of command to get out to the airport. A lot of people don't know this also. In the city of St. Louis, even though St. Louis Lambert Airport is technically in the county, St. Louis City owns, runs, and operates the St. Louis Lambert Airport in the county. St. Louis City runs it. The St. Louis Fire Department is responsible for fire protection at the airport, and fire personnel operate independently at the airport but are on site 24/7. The incident happened in an area operated by the airport's food and beverage concessionaire. HMS Host is the name of the company. So near is Concessions, it's concessionaire. And that's what makes this even more diabolical, disgusting, is that not only did he defecate in a box, but he did it near the food and beverage area at the airport. So you're talking about FDA issues, OSHA issues, food contamination potentially, and that's where criminal charges could possibly come into effect. You know, he could create a scenario where he could be passing diseases when you're talking about fecal matter in the air or fecal spores as a result of what he did, and then let alone what was he going to do with that stuff in the box, being their food and beverages. That is not a good marketing sign out at the St. Louis Lambert Airport for this to happen, let alone to a man in uniform and part of our public safety. You're talking about the police department and fire department. These are upstanding jobs that people look up to these folks and, you know, try to respect them in the highest regard. Something had to have happened inside this gentleman's head, ticked him off, or something happened to where he just lost consciousness of reality and appropriate adult thinking and behavior to decide to pull his pants down and defecate in a box. That makes not an ounce of sense. Something must have happened. Lambert Airport called the incident unacceptable for anyone associated with this airport and said they appreciate that the fire department removed the firefighter from his duties there immediately. Reactions among those familiar with the situation were mixed. One person said it was out of character for someone who wears the uniform, while another called it disgusting and said it deserves disciplinary action. The St. Louis Fire Department released a statement saying the member has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation, and that no further information would be released as it remains an active personnel matter. As of now, no criminal charges have been filed. But so that's where we at. I keep telling you, just when you think you've heard the craziest story of all, here comes another one. Human beings are outpacing and outdoing each other for craziness each and every day that we are here on this chaotic and disruptive earth. Mental illness is real. There are way too many people that are walking around with undiagnosed and untreated mental illness, and you have that second factor of people that are ignoring that they are stressed, that they do not handle conflict resolution very well, and that they may need some help emotionally and mentally, psychologically. We are all human beings, and there are going to be times when fragility in our mental and physical space happens, and we should reach out to the medical professionals to garner us some help. Something's not right with this guy. To be a firefighter for 31 years and to end his career with something crazy, embarrassing, and stupid like this, to get caught defecating in a box. Tell me what you think about this story. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.